Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Record Drums Online podcast, the podcast where I get to chat to session drummers, mixing and mastering engineers, and also music producers. So in this episode, I had the chance of interviewing Italian session drummer Piero PERELLI, who's quite of a unique drummer, I find. I found him online, and the stuff he plays is very unique. He's very organic and raw. He manages to blend like the organic, raw, and cinematic sounds as well. He worked a lot also in he composed for movie soundtracks. He recorded for Eddie Vedder of Pearl Jam. Toured with Glen Hansard, Vinicio Caposella. So it's a very, very, very cool interview. This one we talk about also pedal boards and how he set up the drum, the microphones, how he tunes the drums to get this kind of organic sound. And he does everything from his studio in Tuscany, Italy. And yeah, just really, just a really cool chat with him. And so before, of course, going forward to the interview, make sure please to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to share as much as you can. Let people know about this podcast so that we can keep on growing. And yeah, so without further ado, here it is, Piero PERELLI. How are you, Piero? How's things?
I'm good. I'm
good?
home, so everything's fine.
Nice.
I'm in my hometown in Lucca, and yeah, it's a nice week. It's not raining yet because my town is in the middle of mountain all over. So when the cloud arrived, they got stuck on the town. So it's when it's rain season, it's rain.
Perfect. So I live in London, so I'm I'm there all the time. Like rain is our best friend now. It's yeah. Oh man, that's so.
Where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm from Abruzzo. So
Abruzzo?
Yeah. So it's not too far actually. We're not too far from each other.
Yeah,
but, it's like on a hill between the mountains and the beach. So it's a nice place. Yeah. But I know actually a drummer from Lucca that lives here. Oh man, now I can remember his name, of course. Oh, it's a great drummer.
Galli.
Filippo Galli. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to study together at the same teacher, and yeah, he moved to UK, I think 15 years ago, something like that. Yeah, he's a great drummer. He's cool. When he come back, he lives in Barga. That is a little village on the hill, and there is a nice jazz club there. So sometimes we chance to meet over.
Nice. Yeah. He's a great jazz. Like he loves playing jazz. So it's he's a lot into that. But yeah, man, tell me a little bit about you. Like, how did you start recording drums? I mean, how did you start playing drums first, and then how did you develop your in your journey and became a super drummer that you are now, man?
Yeah, I started when I was very young because I was 5 the first time I saw a drum kit, and I remember we were in a party and there was this beautiful white. I just remember the image of the drums. I remember the white drums shining under the light of the stage, and I look at my mom and say, I like that. I would like to play that. So my mom was very smart that took me to a teacher in my hometown, and so I start, instead of buying me just a kit, it brought me to a teacher. So I studied with this teacher for a lot of years, and it helped me fell in love with the music, and it introduced me to a lot of genre, and so I started playing drums. As I was 5, so it was like something to play with. I didn't have in mind the idea of maybe it could be my life. I start like I like that. I want to do that. And then when I was like 16, I was playing. I had different band. I was doing a lot of writing with friends songs, as
Nice.
for fun. And I didn't think about being a musician. No, I was like still playing drums, going with the motorcycle, and
Nice.
I was studying art. So in my mind,
All
I
right.
wanted to be a designer,
Oh, right.
interior
Okay.
designer. And then when I was like around 17, 18, again, my mom said, "Are you sure you want to do a designer? Because I mean, you're already playing 2, 3 times a week all over the town, with different bands, doing shows. Are you sure you don't want to do a musician? Because well, and I stopped and say, yeah, maybe I like that. I didn't think about
It's not a bad
the,
idea.
you
Yeah.
know, and so I start studying, more, more, more and more, and yeah, and trying to live with it, and yeah,
Nice.
I'm here right now, and keep,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
fortunately, I'm keep doing it.
Yes, that's awesome, man. Like you're doing great. Like I've seen a lot of your work. I've listened to your album, by the way.
Oh,
Whoo,
thank you.
man, incredible. Notte, right? Yeah. Can you tell
Yeah,
us a little bit how you came up with the idea of just creating an album that is just drums? But it's not
yeah. I
just
mean,
drums. Like some people, they might think like, oh, it's just like a drum solo all the way. No, 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 no. You guys need to listen to this because it's I don't know. There are so many. It's like sound effects and so many colors and yeah, I
yeah.
don't even know how to explain it, but yeah,
It's
that's why.
you know, it's a long process that I've been. Even on that case, I didn't want to make an album. I
Mm,
just realized I had something in my hands that could be could be an album. I was experimenting with pedals. I was experimenting with drums in different location. Like I was doing like performance inside of church or places with particular resonance.
mhm,
So I was inspired by those plays, and so uh, I was exploring my instruments with a different approach, like see my instruments as a to express my emotion, my feeling.
mm,
It was a therapy for me,
yeah,
I was like, okay, now I'm gonna play drums, not not for a song, but for searching something inside me, searching something in the place where I am. And
yeah.
I was doing, my uncle is a psychology, so he invited me a few times, like 8 years ago, 10 years ago, to play by myself for a group of people when he was doing some retreat. So I was doing that, and in that situation, you connect in a different way with the instrument. You connect in a different way with the people. So that's, I think, this is the beginning of the process
Mm,
of Notte, or the process of doing the solo stuff that I've been doing. And then after that, I started doing some stuff with Hector, with my sister, and with another guy from my hometown. And
mhm,
so it's just voice and drums. So I was using the drums just to create atmosphere, and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
to to dive the people inside of the story that we were talking about. Um, so that's, I think, is the beginning, yeah, of Notte.
Yeah. Was it
And
recorded just in one place, or was it just different?
well, actually, it's recorded here in my
Okay,
studio.
in your studio. Yeah, Sunset Studio.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, and
nice.
so yeah, but again, it was like I was like experimenting, recording myself, listening myself trying to find different sound with the effects, with the pedals. And then, I was playing maybe, recording myself like for an hour. And then I was listening back and maybe, okay, maybe these 5 minutes could be something. All the album is basically presa diretta, I mean, it's recorded directly. Live. And then I had some guests on it, but it's not something that I overthink about. It's more like it's more like spontaneous, like an impressionist painting. It's like the moment. I like that a lot. Also, when I'm going live and I'm doing live shows by myself, basically it's 1 hour performance of improvisation. I have some point in the middle of the hour but the idea is really the conversation with myself, with the place, with the people. So I can it's not something that I prepare, for the live show. I prepare myself. And
how do you prepare yourself for these kind of things? Like, I know you say that you don't prepare yourself, but in a way, I don't know, because I guess it's very different from playing like with an artist where you have to prepare the songs, know the songs, the structures.
I prepare myself trying to take in time for me. Like I try to take time for alone, try to take time in the silence, try to meditate, be in the present.
The moment.
That's my, we are living right now in a moment where we are constantly there are something that really brings us out from the present. So in that moment, for me, it's like therapy. It's something I cannot do it by myself. Like if I sit here, I cannot do it. I just need the people.
And you also do it like in different places. I've seen like one was like was it like in the woods? So that's incredible.
Like, it's that's the thing. It's something that we do all together. So sometimes we go with people. We have to hike, 1 hour to go in a place, and then we play. It's more like an experience that we do all together. And I don't put myself like I'm the guy who's driving you. I'm part of it. We are all part of it. We are on the same level. It's just that I'm playing the drums and I'm sharing with you, but we share all together. Nice. So it's nice. It's something very different to all the rest that I'm doing. But actually, it's very connected because it's art. It's exploring sound. It's exploring emotion. And when we play music, and when you play with artists, the emotion is the most important.
Absolutely.
The emotion is what we like.
100%.
We are Italian. We have a lot of emotion.
That's great. That's true. That's true, man. That's true. No, man, I wanted to ask you actually, how do you promote those events? Like, is it something that you promote yourself, or is it just like?
Yeah, I'm doing everything by myself. I have a label that 2 labels that helped me to put out the album. L'amor mio non muore, that is, he helped me for the physical vinyl, and Stellare for the digital stuff. They are friends of mine, so I met them on the road. I work a lot with them, and then Stellare, Notte, L'amor mio non muore. They are part of it. L'amor mio non muore is also the studio where I went to do the final mix, and because I did all by myself, mixing, recording, and then I went to that studio to put the tracks on the tape to give some
color.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, but I'm doing everything by myself. So I'm promoting actually more like a performance, connect to the album.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to search also places that are more on, that are open to this direction of I
Yeah, yeah,
cannot.
yeah,
I did in a more like in a club situation, but it's something that need a little bit more attention, a little bit more protection. No, it's not. I cannot do it when the people eating or drinking.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, see, yeah. It's very particular. It's very particular. And you,
Yeah,
you get you have your studio, man. It's an amazing studio. Like I've seen all the videos on
yeah, it's
Instagram. I was
nice.
like,
It's
look at that.
I have all the stuff here, and
Yes, man. How did you
uh,
started coming up with the? Oh, yes, man. Yes, show us all the gear, man. Please,
yeah,
we love.
percussion wall.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
it's a nice
Yes.
situation. Well, I always had this studio,
All right.
and
Okay.
beginning it was when we were kids. You know, we were having bicycle inside here a lot of,
Ah, I see. Okay.
and then when I started playing drums, uh, became the music room with my brother. He played percussion. We were coming here, you know, jamming, and then it became the rehearsal studio for all the bands that I
All
had
right.
period, and then it became my studio where I recording. So I'm not rehearsing here. It's mostly, you know, set up for recording, and
Okay.
it was an image that I had, but I couldn't uh, um, focus. Like I had an image that said I want something like that, but I don't know what is exactly. But 10 years ago, maybe more, I was in New York, and at the time I was playing with Dana Fuchs, that is a band, a rock band from New York, and she recorded her album with Sean Pelton, that is a phenomenal drummer
Yeah.
from New York. He's an amazing session musician. He's the drummer of Saturday Night Live. He play in New York. He play all over, and I love his style. It's the guy that play with the gloves. Maybe
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah. It's great, Sean Pelton. Yeah.
Yeah, so I said, I would like to make a to have to take a lesson with him. So I wrote him, and I went to his house, and I went to his studio, and this his studio was everything set up for recording. So we did this lesson about, you know, like how you approach the recording,
All right.
especially the remote recording. So I went in the studio. I say, okay, this morning I got this email with this song. Do it. So we read the email together. Sorry, listen the song. Um, I record the song as a, you know, as a job, and then he gave me some advice. It was a very beautiful experience. So when I when I came back home, I came here and say, okay, I need to buy this. I need to buy this. So piece by piece, I start recording myself. I start buying all the stuff we need to have a proper.
Nice. Yeah. 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 Proper recording place. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, it's a long process, and it's you can start with a little, you know, not so much stuff, but then you are like in the game. You want more and more.
Yeah. Yeah. I know exactly the feeling, man. Absolutely. Yeah. Every day is like, oh man, let's go to eBay. Let's check what to
Yeah,
buy
yeah,
next. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So so you know, it's I think it's 10 years now that I'm been
Mm,
recording, and
nice. So
it's a beautiful experience, and I think it helps me a lot to learn.
mhm. Nice. So what I wanted to ask you actually is that it's like exactly about remote recording. It's like, so let's say someone sends you an email saying like, "Hey Piero, I would like you to play drums on my song." How do you go about it? Just
Well,
for reference tracks? Do you go for do you?
usually I like to have a talk with the person I have to record with for, so I you know, I have the feeling of the person and what is, you know, the most difficult thing when we're recording remotely is try to understand what what's the direction, and what there are some song it's simple on on one direction, some song there are so many approaches that you can have, so it's hard when recording remote because you can go in so many different directions, but there is nobody to give you like, oh, I like this or I like this. So it's a process that you start by yourself, and then when you found something you like, you have to send it to the to the to the client to have a feedback. So before this, I'm trying to have a talk with the artist to figure out.
Do you actually call them, or do you like do everything by email? Because I know some people, they like to do the email thing.
With I like to have a
conversation.
A conversation with a video, to have an image of the. And then when I have a clear idea, we figure out if there is already a drums idea, if there is a pattern he likes, and then I start jamming. I figure out the sound, so I have different drums, different sound, and I set up the drums. I put the drums that I think would be the sound that we like, and then I start from there. I record the drums. When I have the idea that I like, that is working, I do a little premix, and I send just an MP3 to have a feedback. If we like the direction, I start doing overdubs and other layer. Otherwise, if the direction is wrong or there is something we don't like, I change the sound, I change the setup. We make the drums sound good, and then we do all the other layer. I like to do different layer of stuff. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit, like how do you do the overdubs, like in terms of so you have like the main structure, like let's say quote unquote beat.
Yeah, I'll do the main beat, the main groove, and then if we have to add shaker, tambourine, or strange sound to reinforce, the drums, I'll do it later. But I want first the main structure to be finished. Sometimes, it take more time to do all the overdubs than the main kit. So if you do sometimes I was working all morning, all day to do all the drums, and then you send over, and the guy say, well, I would like the feel to be a little different feel, not this more shuffly or more, and then you do everything again. So
all the work for nothing. Yeah.
So I prefer maybe what I'm doing sometimes, like I book a day, I book a morning with the person, so say, look, on this time I've had fun with you if you are not home, because I need a feedback
quick
straight away,
Otherwise,
also because if the problem with the drum that if you change something and if you change the snare, if you change the gain or something, then you have to redo all the drums. You cannot punch in. Even if I don't really like to do punch in, most of the time I'm recording at home, I just like to do all the takes of the song. I don't know why. Maybe something connect to my ego or the way, the thing that I want to do it. It's part of, like, maybe it's a moment that I can study. So it's like, okay, you want me on part to do something different. Okay, I'll do it everything again. So it's also something that, okay, I'm focused.
I'm gonna do that part right, but also something else can come up within the song.
Yeah, I don't want to do the punching. Maybe sometimes I do the punching because you don't have always a lot of time, but it's always a process of learning. So if someone let me play drums more, it's nice because it's something for learning.
Yeah. No, it always is. It always is. And when it comes to like setting up microphones, right? Like, of course, it depends on every song. It depends on, and I've seen you have like some amazing gear, man. Like in your studio, it's phenomenal. Like from the drums to the microphones as well. You have like really cool mics as well. What
Yeah.
what what do you choose when it comes to like a standard, quote unquote, standard setup? I know that doesn't exist the standard, but like let's say like what do you have, for example, at the moment? Like
Right now, I have the AA R84
okay, yeah,
stereo overhead.
nice.
Then I have the KM, the Neumann, the 184
Hmm.
as a mono overhead to give some more
Yeah.
brightness. And then, all the close mic. On the bass drum, I always have two mics, R20,
Hmm.
and the Soyuz is a new
Okay,
fat mic that just, I think last year it came out. Sound
nice.
beautiful. And and then I have a mic on the back of my shoulder that I'm running through effects. I'm
Okay,
always so basically when I'm recording, I'm always sending all the regular clean mic. Then I'm sending two or three options that are more like color mics.
uh-huh.
So I have a D19 here. I don't know if you can see. It's right here.
All
Point,
right, yeah.
and
Nice.
that might go into a cheap, thick, um, mm, little mixer, and I'm
Yeah.
cranking up, so the sound is really bad.
Okay.
And yeah,
Okay.
and very low-fi. So I'm usually I'm trying to have clean mics. Then I give three options that are more like color
Color.
mics.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Do you use like
that's
a certain amount of mics, or it's like, because I know some people they just I don't know, some people, for example, they don't like to record, I don't know, the hi-hat or the bottom mic. Do you record all the mics and then kind of mix it
well,
yourself?
that's the thing, because most, you know if you have to mix by yourself, it's a different thing. But when you work for someone else, maybe they like to have the
Yeah, the
hi-hat
option.
mic or the bottom snare. I Usually I don't use hi-hat and bottom snare in when I'm mixing it. Or
Yeah.
maybe but it's all depends. When you want
Yeah.
a super dry kit, maybe I don't use the overhead, and I need the hi-hat mic
Right.
if I'm in the hi-hat.
Yeah.
That's the art thing, the
Yeah.
art part, because when you are in studio, you are taking decision, and now you can take decision from when you work in remote, but you also want to send something that if they need, they have
Yeah.
it.
That's true. That's
So
true.
that's why I'm always sending all the mics, close mic, to be safe, and then
Mm.
more option.
Nice. And when it comes to recording, do you also put some, you were saying some colors, but do you put them on the way in? Like, do you do some EQ compression on the way in, or you
A
just like,
a little bit. I have four channels that are from an old vintage board that actually was Abbey Road. So a guy
oh,
from Milan bought this board. It's a Calrec, and he cut the board and sell the channel strips. So I got four channels that I really like, and I'm using on bass drum, snare, and right now, because I'm using the AA as a overhead, I'm using the AA preamp, so I have no
okay,
EQ on the overhead. But so I like to do a little bit EQ on bass drum and snare, just tiny bit,
yeah. When
because
it
it
comes
sounds.
to do EQing on the way in, like for me at least, I find that every time I have to basically, just play a little bit, go
Yeah,
listen, just to,
yeah. I mean, right now I found um, a little setup that is working
yeah,
generally. But right now, this morning, I was recording a song actually a track, just a solo track, drums for a movie, and I was playing, and I was listening on my in-ear monitor. I was like, "What the fuck? The bass drum is so huge this morning. What's happened?" And I was, putting more stuff in front of the bass drum on the back because the bass drum is empty, but I like to dump it out
Dump it.
outside. So I'm changing the sound depending what I'm doing. And then I look at the EQ, and there was like a big, pump on the low frequency. So okay, let's put it down. Now it sounds more
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah. Sometimes you have to check, like, if things are not set up properly. Yeah, no, I get it, man. That's awesome. And when it comes to mixing as well, do you have anything that particular that you do when it comes to mixing that, I don't know, you use like on your drum bass? Or
Well, honestly, right now I'm in a moment where I like, if I'm doing some different sound, it's more in an analog way with the pedals or outboard. But on the mixing, every time that I mix the drums, it felt less natural or
Okay.
less. I don't know. So sometimes I just
leave it.
balance the fade, and that's it. Sorry, my daughter
Yeah. No worries.
is going to school, and every time she comes back home, there is something.
There's something. There's a bug or something. Yeah. All good, man. Don't worry. I wanted to ask you. You said you use pedals quite a lot. Can I ask you, like, how's that, the whole your whole setup in terms of pedal board that you use?
Well, it's very simple. I have like an echo, I have a reverb, and I have a pedal. Sorry,
No worries.
that is it's a very hard compressor.
Mhm.
There is also like a fuzz, and then I have another pedal. I have the whammy that I like to use it to tune maybe the percussion when I'm doing overdubs.
Mm.
And then I have
So do you use this live? Like, how is it all connected with your so you said, like, the microphone, for example, at the back, behind your shoulders.
yeah. Well, when I'm using it live, it's all a different world. When I'm playing by myself, I'm placing it between snare, bass drum, tom, and floor, the classic position,
Yeah.
on the
On the knee, yeah.
on the knee, and that's the mic that go through all the pedals for the live situation. I've been using also with trying to use it also when I'm on tour with artists, and I really like it, but it's not simple to use it because you have a lot of bleeding.
Yeah,
But
from the
I
rest.
use a tour with Glen, and with Glen Hansard, and I also use it with Vinicio Capossela, and it's fun. It's a different color that you try to add to the drum sound. So it's a nice color that I like to
give.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I missed you for a sec, but yeah, there you go. You're back. Yeah, okay, I see. Nice. And I was gonna ask you also about tuning, because, man, your drums, they sound super organic. I love you can
Oh,
almost, it kind of feels like, a lot of drummers are here now. It's very processed. The drums are very, either really punchy, or which is great as well. But your sound, they're very organic. They're very, like, it kind of feels like the sound that you're giving is exactly what you know. So how do you go about tuning drums? Is there a specific way you go, or?
well, well, every drums I think got a different sound, and there are some drums that, for me, for my way of playing and my way of tuning the drums, that react in a different way. Like I have two Ludwig as Lingerland here that are completely tune in a different way, but because I have different heads. Like I have a classic Ludwig that is tuned like more like normal. To me, my Ludwig is like the more like punchy Ludwig sound. So I have, ambassador coated and clear on the bottom, power stroke on the bass drum. So to me, that is the classic kit. Then I have another Ludwig with no resonant head. So that kit is like the very dead kit.
Yeah.
And then this Lingerland, it's tuned a little bit more high and more open. But the kit that I've been using mostly is the NF. And that's maybe what you're talking about, the more natural sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this kit is very open. To me, it's the AMF is it's if you imagine all the colors, you have all the colors on this kit. You just have to figure out where to go. So it's not even a super easy kit to play at the beginning because you have a big range of sound. So you have to figure out where you want to go. Every kit go in a different direction. This kit is very rich.
Yeah.
So it's also hard to control in some way. You have to learn how to play it and learn how to find your sound on it. Right now, it's very extreme on one direction because I've been using natural heads. So I just got it finally. When I was in Canada a few months ago, I was in tour with Glen.
Yeah.
I met a guy from Bovid, and I got some Bovid head, and then it's all a different level.
Yeah. Okay. Recommending. Okay. Nice.
To do the heads by myself because it's hard to find natural heads here.
Yeah.
But it's better if.
Yeah. Okay. I've been checking them out like for ages. I wanted to buy some, but I just never had the opportunity yet to buy them.
Yeah, I was in Canada, so it's the moment.
Let's do it.
I got it, and I really like it. It's all a different way of tuning. I'm still learning how to tune the drums now with these heads.
Okay.
Because you can tune it more high, and usually I'm tuning the drums very low, but with these heads you can tune it high, but you still have the low frequency, but you also have the crack when you play more close to the rims. But it's very interesting.
Nice. So you tune by ear, yeah? You tune like everything by ear. You don't use like any
Absolutely.
of this, like. Okay. Yeah. Did you tune like by pitch or something? Do you just check this has to be like everything by ear?
That it sounds good.
Oh, yeah. All around.
Sorry, I don't know.
No, that's fine. That's fine. No worries. What I wanted to ask you is also because you tour a lot. You went on tour with Glen, as you were saying, as well season, and with the Vinicio as well, Vinicio Caposella. How different is it going from touring to studio? Like, what's the main difference that you find?
Well, the main difference that when you are on tour, you also live in a completely different life. It's the life on tour is a different life that when you are back home, it's sometimes it's also hard to, it's like really living two different lives. Like life on the tour, that is incredible. That is, it's a different life. So it's not just the moment that you are on stage of creating music, but it's all
the rest.
It's all the rest. Now you are with the band, you are traveling the world, you play in amazing theater, and you just focus on yourself, on playing music. It's it's all the package, that is different. When you are in studio, I love working in studio. I love be home, with my family, of course. But it's not just the moment of playing music. It's all the rest that to me is the big difference. And of course, when you are live, you are live, and so
Yeah.
you focus on different things. And
Yeah, when it
you
comes to playing, for example, what's the main difference that you find? Because I know a lot of people, they find it sometimes they have to go, for example, a bit harder when they're playing on tour. When you play live compared to when you're in studio. Sometimes in studio you could just, you know.
well, also depend, because if you record in studio with a band, you still recording the moment.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
You can record that moment a lot of times.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's for to me the most fun recording and when you go in studio with the band
Yeah.
and you basically create music all together.
Together.
And
Yeah.
the beautiful thing is that you go in studio in the morning, there is nothing, and you go out in the night, and maybe there are 5 songs that before they weren't exist in the world. So it's something that you really created.
Yeah.
Like in one day, there is something.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it's hard to say something because the music is not, you cannot touch it, no? But
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
end, there is because you record it and it's gonna be there forever.
Yeah. Is there
And
like one moment, like one memorable moment for you, like in the studio that you had, like, oh man, this is, when you were making music, that
yeah, I
it
mean,
kind of stuck to you.
when we recorded with Swell Season the album Forward that it came out a few months ago, it was amazing because we were in Iceland in Marketa studio that where she lived, and I mean Iceland is incredible, and then you walk around on the fjord, and we were recording in studio with the window looking at and the fjord and the whales. It was amazing, and creating music, and
Yeah.
there was an amazing atmosphere with the band, and everything was, coming out r- very easily, and there was a lot of left, and that was a special moment.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
awesome,
but
man.
no,
It was
every session, it's the beautiful of playing together that when you are with the right people, right musicians, you are in the moment, you create something, and it's nice.
it's great.
It,
Yeah.
yeah, it's harder to work in remotely for me. I love
Yeah.
it because I'm here. I have more time to experiment, but in some way, you miss the
The,
exchange,
the
not
connection within the. Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So do you enjoy, which one do you enjoy the most? Do you enjoy like studio work or live or touring? Is there one that wins over the other? I guess both.
No, no. Again,
With
if I have to choose to record it remotely or record with
the band.
the band, yeah, I think the live and the recording with the band is on the same level. Recording remotely, I love it, and I'm
Yeah.
lucky to do it, but it's not at the same level of touring and playing live and recording live with a band, and
Nice, nice.
stay for a few days in studio and
Yeah, 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 yeah.
living the
Can
dream.
yeah. Can I ask you also, like, what's the when it comes to, because I know you live in Italy, which is great. I'm Italian as well, and um, I decided to move out, to move to London because I was like, oh, the music scene, blah blah blah. But it's great that you managed to do it from there, and just to be a session musician that is working, touring the world, uh, you know, and just playing also, as you said, remotely, but in studio, and just being really busy, even though you are in Italy. Like, how do you? Can you hear me?
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
lost. I'm losing.
No, no,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, I think I so of course, being I live in Italy, but I also live in a small town
Mm.
that it's
Yeah.
Lucca. It's so you are a little bit also out from the main stuff that is happening in Milan, in Rome, in Bologna. But mm, I mean, I love live here because I live in a beautiful countryside of Tuscany. I have my studio here, and it's a nice place to create music, to be back from the tour.
Mm,
I think I like also to live here because I've been touring a lot, so that's helped me to live here. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like if I was like just living here and working in studio, maybe after a little bit, it, I need the experience of moving, of touring, of
Yeah.
living different cities. And
Nice.
I start playing with a band from New York when I was 24. So from that age, I was most of my time on tour. So that's why maybe I still live in Italy
Mm.
because I
Yeah.
was touring a lot, and when I was not touring, I was maybe stay in New York or LA. So
Yeah.
I was
Wow.
having my home here, but I was traveling most of the time.
Yeah.
And now that I have a family, I have a kid, and I've been touring a lot, we often think to move to LA, but at the same time, we we look we look at our situation and how we live and say, well, maybe not. Maybe
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
maybe we go in LA for a month to have fun, and then we
Yeah.
come back here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's hard, it's a life choice, and
Yeah. 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 I guess you were
but
also
right
like.
now,
Yeah.
uh,
Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. No. 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 Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
but right
Yeah.
now, because I've been touring with Italian artists, and I've been touring with Glen, and I've been working in studio. I'm happy here,
Yeah.
and I just
Nice.
got a new motorcycle, so now I'm gonna enjoy the forest even more.
For sure, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can I ask you, how did you get that opportunity of playing with this New York artist? The the
So
that you said when.
I start touring with Dana when I was 23, 24. She was she had a she was in tour in Italy, and I was opening her concert with another band. And the drummer that so at that time there was Carter McLean that he was playing
Oh
with
wow.
her,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then at that period he stopped touring with her, and there was another drummer subbing for her, and that drummer, I think he lost he couldn't make the sound check, so I was there, and the guy from the band, the guitar player, asked me if I if I was available to do the sound check. So I did the sound check, and something
Something clicked.
click, and yeah. So the John, the guitar player, took my number, and I think some months later, the Italian agent, called me and said, "Look, Dana have a concert here in Palmanova that is near Venice. Are you available?" I was like, "Yeah, for sure." So there's gonna be rehearsal, there's gonna be something. No rehearsal, just a show. And
Straight.
if the show go well, who knows? So I was, it was at like a month. So in that month, I was studying every day, like all the song. And then yeah, we did the show. The show went well, and 2 weeks
Nice.
later, I started the tour with her
Wow.
in Europe and then in the States. Yeah, it was nice. I was young. I was
That's great.
it was my first uh real tour around the world, and I learn a lot about
Nice.
music. I learn a lot about being on tour,
Mm, 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 mm.
and it was an amazing experience. And
Amazing,
also
man.
with
Yeah,
Glenn,
yeah.
it was like that. He was in Lucca doing a secret concert, and I went there, and we had a little chat before the show during the dinner. He said, "Do you have a drum kit?" I said, "Sure, I have it on my car." So, oh, maybe at some point you can set up your drum and we can jam. So he was playing by himself, and after a few songs, he looked at me like, "Bring the drums." So I had just a bass drum and a snare and a shaker and brushes, and we played a few songs. And after that, in the night, he was like, "Oh, I really like your playing. I really like what we created together. And I'm actually working on a soundtrack right now. Are you able to record stuff?" Say, "Yeah, I have my studio." So the day after he came here, and the song, the music he was working on was the Champagne movie
All
that
right.
he was creating music with Eddie Vedder and Cat Power. So I say, "Oh, there is this song that Eddie Eddie recorded guitar, just acoustic and voice. Can you play some drums on it?" So yes, I can. So and after that we start recording, and we're recording remotely. So I was recording, there was a sharing files between Ireland, Lucca, and Seattle,
Uh-huh.
and we did, some song for the movie. And after that, he called me in studio to record some of, he did some days with his drummer that he was playing with, and then I went there to record other songs, and then after that I started touring with him with Full Season. So it's something that s- it become very,
Yeah, it grew. Yeah,
very
yeah.
grew very natural.
Natural.
Yeah,
Nice, nice.
yeah,
Oh man, that's so cool. That's
yeah.
very cool, man. I love this because as I said, like I come from as well from a small town, and just seeing you doing it, but to you know
Mhm.
still being living there and just
Yeah.
touring the world and just being like a great session musician that you are. It's phenomenal, man. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
so much. It's, I feel lucky to live in with the music, been doing what I'm doing, and be able to live here and
Yeah.
travel the world
That's
for
awesome,
for
man.
for
Yes,
my
yes,
work.
yeah. Nice. Do we
Mhm.
normally do at the end of every episode we do like a 10 rapid fire question, which is never rapid fire. So it's feel free to feel free to answer how you want. So don't take your time if you want. So
Okay.
the first question is top three albums for best drum sound.
Okay. The new Basement Tape,
Okay.
it's one of my favorite sound album. It's an album that is recorded at Capitol Record and is produced by um, T-Bone Barnett. And so basically, he found lyrics of Dylan that there wasn't any music on. So he created a band, and he created the song with the lyric of Dylan. And
Wow.
there is one of my hero on drums that is Sean Pelton. No, sorry, there is Jay Bellerose on drums. Sorry,
Yes.
and that album it sounds so good to me.
Nice. Nice. Phenomenal. Is that another two? Like yeah, you have top three, but you can give if you
Um, yeah, fuck, it's hard. Uh, Robert Plant and Alison Krauss
yes,
is another.
awesome
There is
album. Still,
another
still
beautiful.
J Bella Rose though that one,
Still,
right?
still Jay,
Yeah.
and ah, Harvest Moon, Neil Young.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
one
yeah,
of my
yeah, yeah.
favorite albums.
Cool. Yeah, yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Second one is favorite part of your job.
Favorite part of my job is, playing with the people, spending time with people, spending a lot of time with people,
Awesome.
the people you're working with.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Third is worst part of your job.
The worst part of my job, huh, uh, you know, that you are always away when something happening at home.
Ah, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. And four is piece of gear that you cannot do without when recording drums at the moment, except for sticks, of course.
You mean like
Yeah, it could be like drums, could be like a plugin, could be a pedal,
okay,
could be anything,
well,
cymbals.
yeah, if I always when right now when I'm going to studio, I'm bringing like a regular kit. Always bringing the 14 by 7 ANF snare, the wood kit. I'm bringing the ANF aluminum snare,
Mhm.
and then checkers, and then a tambourine.
Yes, nice, nice.
I
Uh,
miss one. I need one more. Five. You say five or four?
no, 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 a piece of gear. So it just can
Okay.
even be
Okay.
one. Like, so, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Is there a specific tambourine that you like? That
I have a wood tambourine with brass bell that
uh,
I'm using always.
I knew you were using something specific. You weren't just buying like nice. Five
Yeah.
is a dream artist you love to record for.
Ah. Alive?
Uh, I mean, can choose one
Well,
alive and one
yeah,
one of
maybe
the
Neil
past.
Young.
Young, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
nice, awesome. Six is what plugins you normally use on your drum bus, if you use any.
I don't use.
You
I
don't
use
use it.
no, no. As I said before, I'm
Yeah,
trying,
yeah,
and
yeah,
this right now I've been trying to do it mostly with pedals or more, more
analog
outside
gear.
of the computer, outside of
Yeah,
the computer. Yeah.
nice,
So
nice.
yeah, all the strange sound that I'm trying to recreate, I'm trying to do it on the analog way. Yeah.
Awesome. Nice. Is there a book video tutorial that you would recommend or that you found helpful when learning how to record drums?
Yes, absolutely. The Aaron Sterling video he put out, the two video they put out a few years
Steroids.
ago.
Yeah. Sound of
It's-
steroids. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was yeah, very, very, very helpful.
Yeah. Nice. Eight. Who's your inspiration when it comes to recording drums?
Well, Aaron Sterling, Jay Belrose, Sean Pelton, Matt Chamberlain.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. That's a good that's a good bunch of great musicians. Nice. Nine is best advice you've ever received.
Um, I think again from Sean Pelton when I did that lesson with him, he was like very calm and taking his time to record. And he said, when you go in studio, it's always hard when you go when you go out from the control room and you sit on the drums and you start recording and you don't know what the producer thinking and you don't know what the producer saying because you cannot hear it. And then in the end of the song, if there is a conversation about the songs, it's hard to communicate because sometimes the talk back doesn't work, sometimes you don't hear, sometimes you try to talk and nobody can hear. You don't see the face of the producer or the artist. So he said, before I go there, I make sure I know exactly what I want to do, and I know exactly the structure of the song. So maybe I spend in 30 minutes in the control room to write down the chart and to make sure I understand what they want. And then when I go in studio, I just do one track, and if yeah, I just do one track, and I'm sure is, I'm not doing any mistake. I'm sure about the
Yes.
structure. I'm sure of what we talk about,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
back in the control room to talk if there is any trouble. So taking the time to
Yeah. To make
don't be
sure
afraid of
everything.
taking,
Yeah.
don't rush,
Yeah.
because
Nice.
when then you go and sit on the drums, it's the moment that you can, maybe you just do one take, but you took the time before to write down the structure and everything.
Nice. Nice. 10 is worst advice you've ever received.
The worst advice.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Uh, I don't know.
It's all right. It's all right. Sorry, we can skip. We can skip this one. We
Yeah.
can go to
Okay.
an advice that you would give to someone that is young and starts and wants to do exactly what you do, and he's starting out. And just, is there anything that you would tell him, like, okay, this is what
Yeah,
you
I
should do?
think I think yeah, right now we are find your voice, find your voice on your instruments, and your way of playing drums, and play music and express yourself. I
Nice,
think right now there are a lot of information. It's easy to learn. It's easy, and it's easy to copy someone else in the end. So the harder thing, it's always find your way to play.
nice. That's awesome, man. Nice, man. Is there any place in particular that people can reach you, like online? Other,
Yeah,
I mean,
Instagram,
Instagram. Yeah,
Facebook. It's yeah, or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
email. On my website there is my email and
Email
all the
address.
info. But yeah,
Yeah,
or in Instagram for sure. I
perfect.
always
Nice,
answer.
nice. Perfect. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for your time, man. It's been an absolute pleasure for do this with
Thank you,
you.
thank you for the talk. It's always inspiring,
No,
trying to
it's
figure
super
out
inspiring.
what we're doing.
Yeah, true, true. Nice one, man. Ciao, Piero. Okay,
Okay,
take
ciao
care.
ciao.
Yeah, ciao, ciao.
Grazie, ciao.